I like this color. I like literally not using the camera. Although like I'm filming myself, the reflection on the camera on my phone is like, yeah. Can I just leave it half done like this? I have an idea. Pretty, I guess. Sugar, hands. I like this color. I'm gonna wait and let it dry while I'm filming. The thing is, I don't mind because I'm like literally feeling the texture right now as it dries. There's like levels to it, so I'm feeling the levels. Sexually frustrated women can't do this. Just saying. Anyways. Different levels. I'm hungry. I should eat something. So, my husband and I went out yesterday. Anyways, I don't know, I feel slouchy. Not because of that, but anyways. Yeah, so I decided to quit my job. My mother-in-law, she saw how like guilty I was feeling. She can see it like going to work and stuff. And I was like, I asked her, I'm like, should I quit? Right? And she's like, that's up to you guys, right? And she told him, because he has a huge ego, by the way. So I can't talk to him the way his mom talks to him, you know what I mean? So the way he sees me, he's like, oh, I have to like stroke his ego or something, right? Yeah, so the way the way me and him connect is like, he sees me as like equal stroke, like that. Okay. And then, again, like, cause his mom, she still like yells at him sometimes, so he doesn't find it emasculating, cause that's his mom, right? But anyways, so like I'm like, it's good to work with him, with him and his mom. Anyways, so yeah, that's what we're doing. So far, it's working, you know what I mean? I don't want to be involved with anything that doesn't, take me anywhere. I don't want to. I'm gonna hurt your feelings if you do that. And, imagine that we didn't even talk. I'm talking right now. Yeah, so I don't know. Like, I spent time with him yesterday, with my husband, and it didn't feel like it's enough. And the thing is, like, I love my job. It's just that, like, whenever I work with Nigerians or like Filipinos, it's just, I don't know, there's no progress. I don't know, it doesn't feel right. I don't know. I'll just do my YouTube. You know what I mean? That way I can control my image instead of people trying to control me at work, which they're not supposed to, because they're not the manager, but they're controlling. There's nothing I can do. The only thing that I can do right now is control what I put out there on the internet, so it's whatever. keep telling them I cannot work with you guys. It's just that's what it is. So my father-in-law and my dad, they're both getting like really old. So and I saw how like worried my husband was yesterday. Right, and I'm like, wow, like so we're planning to have them like closer to us. Like we're planning to have like a house that's like big. I don't know, cause like I already have the training for like our elderly care, so I'm just gonna use that for my family now. So it's whatever. Yeah. Our mothers, say like my mother-in-law and my mom. My mother-in-law, she's in her 60s. My mom, I think she's in her like mid-50s. I don't know, 20s, mid-50s. My husband and I got married in my mid-20s, so that's why. We got engaged in my mid-20s, but it felt like it. Well, that's it. So the other reason I quit is because, okay, so whenever, because I'm really smart, I could be genius level, I don't know, right? But I'm really intelligent, so I come up with like new stuff, right? Like at work, whatever, right? When I used to work. And that's why I don't want to work with like minorities. I don't know if I consider myself minorities because they see me as an enemy. Anyways, I don't know. I have no idea what the fuck's going on because I'm not like that recent. But so I come up with like a great idea, right? They want to steal it all the time. You know what I mean? And then I have Russian in me. So like, I was like working with this Russian lady. She was like my partner. Like everything went so smooth, right? Right. Tell me when they like partner me with this Nigerian lady. Like a lot of things went wrong, you know, before we started our shift, and then during our break. So I'm like, imagine you structure something and somebody just comes and fucks it up, right? I'm like, no, you know. And then after she did that, she wants to boss me around. She's like, you have to go do this, do that. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I already know what to do, you know, so don't tell me what to do after you fucked up a lot of shit. So, and like the Russian lady, she was being very protective, like of the things that I was doing, because they keep stealing, that's why. So I'll give you a great example that I came up with at work, right? I don't know, maybe it could be my Gemini placement, Gemini in the 6th house, but I'm very tactical, you know, very creative. You know, a lot of people, their creative ability, I don't know what happened to it, whatever, I don't give a fuck, right? So anyways, I had this resident, again, you're there to like create stability, right? As a healthcare provider. So because I witnessed her fall, not witnessed her, but like I was one of the people that like helped her get out when she, during my orientation, right? And then I was like, okay, what's like the great idea? Like the next day I see her, like, what can I do to prevent this, right? So, you know, so instead of her like being anxious, going to the washroom and stuff, so I calmed her down. I'm like, do you want to wear your pajamas? I don't know, just to calm her down so she doesn't go to the washroom. So I got her into her pajamas and she slept well, and then she was well rested. Of course, somebody was watching me, you know. Okay, it's closed, right? And somebody saw that I was doing well at work. Now they're trying to sell me their shitty ass product. so they can say, oh my gosh, you know, she's using our clothes to provide this care. you know. Anyways, and I'll give you an example. So I stay in a shelter. There's like this older lady, right? She's not like white like the lady that I was helping in the shelter. Not the shelter, the care home. But in the shelter, like this older Asian lady, she's native, I don't know. But she was like, she wears her clothes, you know, she's trying to manipulate the situation into her favor. And she goes behind me and she just like complains all the time. Like, that's not my problem, you're not paying me. Like, why are you wearing pajamas? You know, acting like you're in a nursing home, because it looks like a nursing home, the shelter, right? She complains all the time like I should fix her problem or something. I'm like, no, I'm not helping you. Leave me the fuck alone, you know. And the thing is that I can read between the line. I know what the fuck she's trying to say. You know, buy from us. That's what she's saying. I'm at the bottom, you know, our products, blah, 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 it's cheaper. Buy from us. You're going to help us. I'm not buying it. No, I'm not doing that. So, the next one would be, I was working at in a different floor. And the thing is, again, I'm very creative and I'm a neat freak, you guys. Oh my gosh, clean freak. And then I noticed something, because that was like my first time on the floor because of the bullying and stuff. So they keep making me work like in different floors to see how well I'm doing stuff. And then, yeah, so this floor, so there's the bin. And like when I was like putting the incontinent pads and the towels, the face cloth and stuff, and I can smell like urine and stuff. Nobody thought about this, right? But there's this wipe that we have at work, that we used to clean things with. So I cleaned it with it, and like a lot of people were like kind of like impressed by it. And the thing is, I'm like, I gotta get rid of this now, right? Yeah, that's like the only thing. I was not trying to impress people, by the way. That's just me, right? Anyway, I don't know who passed this information down to. One of the Nigerian workers, because I can tell, you know. Again, no one was doing it, but I did it, right? And I think the person that passed it down was like, because there was like a Filipino worker there. I don't know why he passed it to her. He knows they get jealous, right? So why would he tell them that is super weird, right? Is it that, again, you're trying to make people fight so they can buy clothes and stuff from you, which I'm not gonna buy anyways. I don't like you, both of you, so whatever. And I think it's because of like my beauty channel, again, because health and beauty, yes, I'm really smart, so there's a reason why my beauty channel is controversial, because, you know, I'm smart like that, right? So I post my job, and regardless of like, you know, what kind of job you have, that's still part of like your self-esteem, you know, how you spend your money, like makeup and stuff, right? But if you are a healthcare provider and you have a beauty channel and you're combining it too, all of it together, the two together, beauty and health, that's really like influential. Like people look for that, right? And then this Nigerian girl, I don't know, she's like all the way in West Africa. She's not even like in Canada, but the people here back her up. She like literally bullies me. She tries to steal my channel, you know, and I know why they're doing that. Like, you know, somebody can't do that is living here, because they're gonna get in trouble, but it's easier there because the law shit there. So but they think, you know, it's smart to harass me through her. Okay, we can play that. Okay, so I say that because so my last shift that I was working with this Nigerian lady, that one that was like calling me, I don't know if she was, but it's getting chaotic when you're only working. Like, it's weird, right? So I went to get the oxygen mask with my other colleague who's white. She's like, oh, as soon as I got, you know, there, and she got there too, we realized there's no oxygen mask on one of the residents who's supposed to have it, right? So as soon as I heard her saying that, so I ran to get it, right? I was like rolling it. It has wheels, the oxygen machine, and along with the mask hook and stuff. So, after that, we went on our break. 15 minutes break. I had 15 minutes because I was working a short shift. And then when we came back, right, another resident was having, problems. And then they sent her to the ER. Well, the Nigerian lady's there. What the fuck, right? And then, so she went to get the bed, because there's a bed that transfers, like, the resident to the ER, because it's attached to the nursing home. So she went to get it, and here's the thing, okay, the bell was going off, right? One of the residents wanted something. I already went there, right? So she went to get the bed, right? And the sketchy part is, like, she was being bossy, like she was trying to hide something. She was like, go get the bell, and she was hiding the cart that we put the diapers and the towels and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't do anything by myself, just trying to put doubts in my head. That's why I say, like, who's, like, telling them information that I'm doing, while, like, in other floors and stuff like that. Like, it's really bizarre, She could have said that somewhere else, right? And then she could have said it while she was doing something else, right? But, like, why are you rolling down the bed? And that's what I was doing with the oxygen machine. And then you had to cover the stuff that, like, we put the incontinent pads and the towels, like, it's really weird, right? And I didn't listen to her because that's not from a good place. You're not telling me that because you care. It's just, yeah. I do things on my own terms because, again, I already saw the resident, so, But yeah, she doesn't have any good customer service. But yeah, so, I don't want to work with this kind of people for many reasons. For one, if I allow it, I'm, like, literally telling them, or, or implying it that it's okay for them to do it. Like, I'm enabling the behavior, right? So, and also, this is not good for my brand, like, they're benefiting from it, but it's hurting me, right? So I'm good. I don't need them, I literally keep telling them I don't need you guys. They're like fucking criminals, man. They're trying to hide behind my good name, and I don't want that. So yeah, think about it, right? So the more crime you do, the more you hinder yourself, the more you put yourself in a disadvantaged situation, right? You can't do anything, dead ass, right? And then there are people like me, girls like me, who don't do shit like that, because I don't know, I never been in a situation, like, I don't know, I just can't relate. So, because I know it's not good, it's just not, like, so why would I build my career and my reputation, like, clean to the point where I'm trying to hide criminals? Like, it just doesn't make sense, So with them, the more you build something, the more it overpowers you. So, like, that stuff is like overpowering them, crimes and stuff, right? And then the more good I'm doing, the more good stuff is like overpowering me, which is when I like it, right? And then they get mad at me. I'm like, you guys made that choice. There's nothing I can do about it now. It is what it is, man.